Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Battlefield Waltz, continuing Nikke's route. I did not play yesterday, so I don't remember anything. This is the way this whole route's gonna go. I'm gonna be like, I don't remember what happened, and then we're gonna get toward the end and like the last part or two. I'm probably not gonna get to record before I go on vacation, and then I'll come back like after 2 freaking weeks and be like, the who? Who's Nikke? What's it? Nike? What's his name? I'm not even going to remember the name of the game. I'm not going to remember anything, so good luck with me then. That night I had to deliver Lunaria flowers, so I went into town. Maybe it was his look-alike after all. Yeah, I don't know about that. Right, he's a murderer maybe. Stabby. Whatevs. There's no way Nikke would ever murder anyone, although if he did, it's kind of interesting. Instructor Modesto's killer would eventually be found, I hope. Although, I mean, to be fair, like, how genius is this? Because Nikke seems like the docile little bunny rabbit, and then he's really gonna... He's the rabbit in Monty Python Holy Grail. What's he gonna do? Nibble my bum? And then, it's just evil. You know what I mean? You've seen, Anyway, but, like, I kind of love this. Because then it's like, oh, it's my lookalike. And that could be true. The game could go that way. I think we'd all be like, oh, slightly disappointed, but also relieved. You'd be like, oh, good, Nikke's not a killer. That's a relief. But slightly disappointing, because now you're like, really? Innocent, sweet little Nikke being being stabby? I don't know, I'm kind of here for that. I don't know, it makes you a little more intriguing, and I like you a little better. I don't know, I like the juxtaposition. But it's also brilliant if he's like, oh, did you see my look-alike? And you're like, maybe. And he's like, yeah, it's so crazy, right? And he says it, and you're like, there's nothing. And she's like, oh, he's like normal. There's nothing shady about anything he's saying. And yet everything he's saying is shady as fuck. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. We be bamboozled. Oh, I love it. I really hope he is stabby. There's always got to be a stabby one, right? And Nikke's the one that you would least expect to be the stabby one. So nice. Anyway. I decided not to take any paths that were even slightly deserted. Because of Instructor Alias's warnings, and I was still worried about encountering him again, even if he wasn't Nikke. Hey, thanks again for tonight. Good evening, Guido. Are you taking a break? Yeah. Oh, right. Say, Guido, I have a favor to ask. What? Are you confessing? No, I wanted to choose a fragrance for Colette's birthday gift. I like how she doesn't even hesitate. She's like, no. Anyway, so... Do you know what kind of aroma she likes? Aroma? How would I know that? Aw. She doesn't even wear perfume. But what do you call it? It looks kind of like pale purple wheat. Pale purple wheat? The ones you hang to dry. Oh, lavender. I mean, when he said pale purple wheat, I was like, are we talking about lavender? I'm not even sure I know what lavender looks like, and yet that's my first thought. Apparently, I do know what lavender looks like, and pale purple wheat is... Yeah, no, I'm kind of picturing it in my head like lavender flowers, and I'm like, yeah, no, okay. I get it. Because it's like the flowers are like tall. Aren't they like little buds all together? And instead of like, a rose is just a bunch of petals and it's one flower, but isn't lavender more like a grouping of little ones? But they're tall, like wheat would be. Like if you think... Anyway, I know what I'm picturing in my head, and I don't think my description is working, but I know what I'm picturing in my head, and if that's lavender, I'm going to look it up and be like, then I know exactly what I'm thinking. Oh. Lavender plant. That's what I want to say. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So apparently I do know what lavender looks like. It's one of those things that you know, but you don't really know until, like, someone brings it up, and then you're like, oh, that's a thing I know. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I've probably seen the flower before, so it's not... But, like, you just... it's kind of like you know what a rose looks like, but you don't really think about the fact that you know that. If people are talking about roses, you're like, yeah. Okay, I mean, there's different types, but you can picture a standard, quintessential, the typical rose everybody thinks about when you think about a rose. But like if someone described it in a weird way, you'd be like, a rose? Yeah, oh actually, yeah. Yeah, I do know what one looks like. Am I having a seizure right now? Like what? Anyway, okay. It's just the way the human brain works. There are just things you know. You don't realize, I mean, you know that you know them, but you don't know that you know that you know them. It makes no sense, and yet it makes perfect sense. Because you're like, of course you know what lavender looks like. We all know what lavender looks like, but why? I mean, we've seen pictures of it, obviously, but it's like one of those things that you don't stop and think about and go, I know what lavender looks like, because of course you do. Of course most people do. You know? It's like, you know, the sky is blue, and you're like, yeah, and? But do you think about why? I mean, no. Because you see it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't mean the scientific reason. I mean just, you know it's blue because you see it every day, therefore you know it's blue, but you don't stop and think about that every day, do you? Oh, God. I need to sleep more. This week has not been good for sleeping, and my brain is overworking, and now I am in a very weird place with how my brain is functioning. Anyway, whatever. Good luck to you guys trying to suffer through this with me now. Yeah, that. She seems to like that a lot. But considering what he just said, she might have it in her room already. Anything else? Well, she doesn't seem to want anything. When I ask her what she wants for her birthday, she said she doesn't need presents. I'm not his real daughter. I remembered her face when she said that. Maybe she's holding back. Colette's a quiet person, so maybe she doesn't want to say it. And I'm sure she'll love anything her father gives her. You think so? She's at that awkward age, so... All right, I could just ask you. Huh? What do you want? Huh? I know you lost your old man. I'll give you the same thing on your birthday. You don't have to do that. Or you don't have to... And then she stopped. Sorry, I finished a sentence that wasn't there. Guido's kindness made me happy and embarrassed at the same time. Oh, my. What are you two whispering about over here? Leave it to... Shall I... Oops. Okay, hold on. I didn't want to have to go to the grocery store while I'm in the midst of being very, very fucking busy. So I just needed a couple things, so I ordered groceries. And I'm like, they'll come right when I'm recording, so they will. So I might have to pause for a hot second, but they'll be delivered soon. I'm like, I needed eggs. I was making ramen last night, and like, I put way too many vegetables in it. It was more vegetables with a little bit of noodles than noodles with some vegetables in it. Anyway, but like, I always like a nice medium boiled egg, you know, because you like the nice runny yolk. And so like, of course, my egg's hot as shit, so it's gonna be hard to peel. So I'm like rinsing it off in the sink, cooling it down a little bit while my noodles are almost done. I'm like, perfect timing. And then I dropped my fucking egg, and it cracked, and it opened, and all my yolk went down the sink, and I was like, I can't afford to lose an egg in this economy. That's like $20 down the drain. What the fuck? And I like have 3 left. Well, that's not true. I have 5 because I have hard-boiled eggs. But I have a hard-boiled egg every morning with my half a bagel. So like, I'm like, damn it. And I'm like, all right, I need eggs and like milk. And I was like, and I just picked up like salad and a couple of other things that'll last. You know what I mean? But I'm like, damn it! My egg! My cabbages! So I was like, fine, it's either that or run to the grocery store, which is kind of fun, because then I get to put clothes on and get dressed up and go out, you know? But I'm like, but that'll take like at least an hour, and I'm just like, I'm just going to grab a few things that I need. I will pay the delivery fee. It'll be better, because if I leave the house and go out, I'm going to have to get gas. And that's going to be exorbitant. And I will probably pick up extra things at the grocery store that I do not need. And we don't have the money for that right now. We bought shoes. Irregular Choice is going out of business. Did I tell you guys this already? So I spend way too much fucking money on shoes. Way too much motherfucking money. But it's like the next 5 to 10 years worth of shoes that I would buy because they're not going to be around. So I'm like, one-time expense now, not spending anything for years or if ever again. So it's fine. But it's just like, yeah, until I get paid. Of course, by the time we catch up to this in November, I'm fine. But like right now, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to go to the like my bank account's lower than it's ever been in years. And not by a ton. It's not like I'm, oh my God, I can pay all my fucking bills. But I just like have a steady rotating balance. You know what I mean? Like, here is my rotating balance. And I like it being there, and now it's lower than that because, splurging a little bit. And I was like, oh, I don't like that. I'm not going to feel better until it goes back. See, that's my responsible adult side. The irresponsible was like, buy shoes that you never wear because you don't leave your house. Also, Christmas is only for a month. I only wear Christmas clothes for a month, and like now they have all their Christmas shoes. And I now have more Christmas shoes than I do Halloween shoes, and I wear Halloween for 3 months. So like, did I need? No, that was probably silly, but again, whatever. So we can't afford to splurge on groceries right now. Plus, I'm also like, again, I'm going on vacation in a week, so I don't need a ton of stuff. But I'm like, but I will need eggs. So like, I grabbed some things I can freeze, you know? Like, I don't want to go, I don't want to drive all the way to the grocery store just for eggs. It'll cost me more in gas. And then I'll buy things on, and the next thing you know, I'll spend like $200 in stuff. So I'm like, no, don't do that. Just get your eggs and shut up. But anyway, I can't focus. I need to sleep. I have not slept well this week. I'm sorry. And I'm starving. Anyway, but we have to record, guys. Oh my God. Once we get through this route, things will go back to normal, I promise. But like, this is the struggle bus right now that I'm on. I did it to myself. But anyway, a chalet whispering, sure. Good evening, you two. Shut up! We're discussing a gift for Colette. Oh, it's her birthday already. The year really flies by. I need your ideas. What do you think I should give her this year? How about a dress? I think accessories would be nice. Or bouquets. Maybe 100 of them. Would she want that from her father, though? Like, you're like, chalet is like over the top. I'm here for it. Dresses? Bouquets? But yeah, from your dad would be a little weird. Probably not. How about a pair of cute shoes? I love these two. Can I marry both of them? There are too many options. A whole fucking outfit is basically what they're saying. Actually, Guido, it's time to accept that Colette isn't a child anymore. She might want to spend her birthday with a boyfriend. She doesn't have a boyfriend. You might think so. But what if she suddenly brings him home one day? No, she won't. I'm sure about that. I always tell her to bring over her crush. Only to scare him off. How cruel of you. No, just want to see if he's good for her. Let you be the one to decide that. She's too innocent. Absolutely not. Sometimes you do need somebody else's opinions. Like, listen. You know, yes, she should be able to make that decision for herself. But sometimes when you're, like, bamboozled by love, other people are like, that guy's skeevy. That guy is a shady bit. He stabs people in dark alleys. And you need someone to tell you that. Because otherwise you're going to be like, no, it was his twin. Whatevs. Yes, I'm talking about Nikkei, obviously. Duh. But like, you know, so you need people to be like, girl, so that you can be like, yeah, I know, and I don't care. I'm just saying, but like, what if we're Delulu? You need someone sometimes to be like, you do realize he's full of shit, right? And so that you can be like, oh my God, I was just so in love I was being stupid and blind. Because that happens to everybody, okay? you know, and then this way also you can go, yeah, I know, I don't care, so.
What kind of man do you want for her? Someone wealthy, a prince, or a Nirvana student with a bright future?
We could set her up with Posh, it'd be cute. Not anyone from Nirvana. Huh? Why not? Oh, I mean, mention of money and means, There's the prince from Viazard, and also that short one from Digroth. I'm sure there was a boy of noble birth from Azul, too. You can't have the prince from Viazard because he's mine, but I'll absolutely give you Posh. No womanizers, brats, or mean-looking guys. Who's the mean-looking one?
What a picky dad.
All dads are like this. Well, it's time for me to head back inside. See ya. He never changes.
Wasn't he a bit too overprotective? Well, then again, he's always been.
He's just too much of a doting parent. Oh, I heard about the instructor. Word gets to you fast. I was actually drinking near there last night. I also saw the body. Oh, I see. I made a wry smile. You should be careful. Stay where it's crowded and don't follow people you don't know, even if that man is totally your type. I would never do that. I also have the cursed sword, so I'll be careful. I like how she said I'll be careful, not I'll be fine. Because, you can't control it, so you ain't gonna be fine. But you'll be careful, definitely. Good. Well, we're going to grab something to eat now. Chalet placed his hand on the door.
Oh, the Lunaria.
Oh, should I leave it in front of your shop?
No, I'll take it right now.
Okay, well, here you go.
Thank you. See ya.
Have a great night. You too. I waved goodbye to them. Maybe I shouldn't make the sachet. I should talk to Yuriana about this. I thought about it for some time as I walked back to Nirvana. After a while, I started thinking about last night again. It was on the street up ahead. I looked at the road that led to the port. It's scary how we don't know the reason why he was murdered. If it was indiscriminate, there's a chance someone else might be killed. No, I shouldn't think about it like that. I should be bold and strong. If the killer targets me next, I'll be sure to get them. I kept telling myself that. Modesto was killed due to a single slash to his carotid artery with a sharp blade. Wait. That sounds familiar. A single slash carotid? Carotid artery. Why did I keep saying the wrong thing? Why does my brain not read words properly? I'm not very smart. I've been reading that wrong for days. It's carotid artery. But my brain doesn't want to process that as a word. I need to sleep. That's all I can say. Anyway. With a sharp blade, surely the work of a seasoned assassin. Okay. I instantly regretted connecting the two. Now, this is too much. I don't remember the first statement, though. Who said that? Could have been a coincidence. I hoped it was a coincidence. Even I learned how to deal a fatal wound to the human body in class. Anyone who learned how to wield a weapon would aim for the same spot. And it was much too early to assume that Instructor Modesto's killer murdered Dad. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't remember, what the conversation was about the first one. We overheard Modesto and Mia talking about my father. Okay, right. Thanks for bringing that back up. I forgot. No, it has to be a coincidence. I had to hurry back, but I couldn't move. My legs refused to take another step. No. This scene is long as shit. Okay, perfect. I gotta go. I'll be back in 2 seconds. For the next scene. I was like, I figured we'd finish this scene before what? I gotta get up, buddy. We gotta go down and get the groceries, and then we'll be right back. So, okay. You didn't even notice I was gone. But the bird's not here with me now. He kept screaming at me while we were downstairs and I was putting my shit away. And I'm like, why? I'm right fucking here. And now he's stuck downstairs because he didn't want to come upstairs with me. And now he won't shut up. That was your choice. I was still feeling gloomy after what I realized last night. I couldn't tell anyone about Dad, which was stressful and only got worse. I wanted someone to refute it, but there was no one I could talk to. Instructor Alias is probably the best person to talk to. I don't know about that. Nike might have murdered Modesto, but I still trust him more than I trust Alias, you know? But it could have just been a coincidence, and the possibility made me hesitate. Oh, there you are. Oh, Lady Ignis. I'm glad I found you. Come with me. Okay. I can't have anyone overhearing this. There's some trouble going on. Man, I wish I could do sexy lady voices, because I can't. And this place should be fine. Oh, I've already gotten permission from Alias. It's something he suggested in the first place. We walked to a place that was barely used. I knew that this wasn't good news. Where do I start? Lady Ignis was always straightforward with her words, but today she wasn't. It made me even more worried. Let's start with this. You've heard that I found your father's body, right? Yes? The slash on his neck. It was the same as Modesto's, which, I mean, I guess we kind of already... She already put those pieces together for us, so there you go. Sorry. I was gasping because I figured she would be. Even though, dramatically, even though we know. Alias called me over because he suspected this, but unfortunately he was right. So it was the same. I could no longer deny it. I suddenly felt empty inside. Does that mean that Nike killed your dad? Because, how could you be in love with him after that? You know what I mean? I'm really kind of hoping they go with the, it's someone that looks like him, and it's actually, a twin. And, they were oh, let's give up one of them because we don't need two kids. And Nike's the twin they gave up, and the other one's what? You know what I mean? Or something like that. Because I just don't know how. I mean, Nike murdering Modesto and being an evil spy. Sure, whatevs. We can roll with that. We've dated trash, right? Before, and fine. But not someone that murdered your father. Even if they're I had no idea it was your dad. It was just someone I had to murder. It's still yeah, okay. I mean, I get that. If you are an evil spy and you're tasked with murdering someone, you probably know that they have a family or something. You're not thinking about that. You know what I mean? But to then fall in love with the daughter of the person you murdered and then be but I mean, you could get over that, right? Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. That not gonna happen. I might be able to accept your stabby because, hi, again, we've dated stabbier, but and I'm kind of a little stabby myself, let's be real. But my dad though? Oh, no. 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 Did I mention no? Because I'm feeling no. Anyway, yeah, empty. I think I read that, but there's more to this, and I need you to keep this to yourself. They probably killed Modesto to silence him. What? I immediately gasped and looked around. Don't worry, no one can hear you. That's why I brought you here. What do you mean by that? There's a chance that Modesto was secretly connected with Romua, which we know he was. What? We found documents that had details of Nirvana students written on them. It turns out he compiled it himself. And someone saw Modesto talking to a man that looked like a Romua soldier. Romua? We believe that Modesto is selling student information to Romua. Now, Nike killing Modesto is well, you did it for the good of your nation and not you're not really a spy in that sense of a Romua spy. You're protecting us. So, like, I mean, okay. But also, you might have killed my dad? Like, uh, but how does that fit in? How does that fit? That doesn't make any sense. That makes less sense now. You know what I mean? Because, like, before, okay, I kind of forgot about the piece about Modesto being a spy for Romula, right? But, like, Romula, what they suspect and what they've told us in Abel's run in this one is Romula kind of sent in their own mercenary people to kind of start a war between Tashk and Auxerre villages. But it wasn't Tashk attacking us or whatever. It just, that's the way each side saw it because they manipulated it. They puppeteered it. You know what I mean? So that they could go in, get the cursed sword, blah, blah, blah. And it'll be like, oh, it'll just look like a skirmish between these two villages. And people will be like, why? Ah, whatever. You know what I mean? And not even realize that Romuald was like, hee, we did it all, right? So, brilliant way to cover their tracks to get the cursed sword and not have anybody suspect that they were secretly involved. But we're smarter than them, so we figured that out. But anyway, so, okay, I mean, I see the thought process there, but if the same person who killed Modesto killed our father, if we're going on that, then, okay, say it's Nike. Nike killed our dad, why? You murdering our father would mean you're on the side of Romula, not Tashk Village, because it was too... Well, isn't that what they said? Like, oh, it looked like a professional did it, like somebody from Tashk Village killing my father in battle, like he was assassinated. So somebody specifically went in there to kill him, to weaken our forces so that this whole battle thing could happen, to cover the tracks of Romula. So this wasn't like, oh, okay, you're fighting on behalf of Tashk Village, you killed my father, and okay, it's just the nature of war, which is stupid to begin with, but like, okay, fine. Like, whatever. You'd still probably not fall in love with that person, but like, that's different than like, yeah, no, I totally murdered your dad. Because, like, evil spy. Like, no. But then, if you were the person who murdered our father, again, that makes it seem like you would be on the side of Romula. But then why would you be killing a Romula spy? So, like, that doesn't make any sense. Those pieces are not adding up to me. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be an explanation and maybe it'll make sense. But, like, right now, it's like you've got two different plot lines that aren't matching yet. But that's just because obviously we're missing details, but he was doing that? It's not proven yet. We need to continue the investigation. Although, I mean, to be fair, in Abel's route, didn't Dick say that, like, he killed Modesto or whatever, or Modesto was killed because, like, whatever, like, and he was on the side, he defected kind of to Romula, so it sounds almost like Romula was like, you're not doing your job, or we think you're gonna get caught, or you're swaying, or, whatever, you're not really on our side, you're wavering a little, or you're hesitating, or you're questioning your role, so we're gonna have you, killed. So then the person who killed him could be on Romula's side, and it's like, even though you're killing your own spy, it's because I don't trust that guy. We got the information we need out of him, but I don't trust that, like, if they get a hold of him and he flips side, we got to take out the trap. You know what I mean? Like, you cover up your loose ends, and he's a loose end. He served a purpose, and now his purpose is done, and, like, you nip that in the bud. So I guess I get that, but, Right now, it seems more like the person that killed Modesto was doing it for wherever the fuck we're going. My brain can't process all the names right now. Anyway. But considering how one person murdered both your father and Modesto, there's no doubt that Romula is behind this. Both? That was all I could say. Emotions flooded back into my empty heart, and now I felt suffocated by sadness. Boros was a great man. Lady Ignis, his death wasn't the same as Modesto's. Your father died for his village. I dislike the phrase, an honorable death, but Boros must have fought hard for the sake of your village. Again, we'll continue our search for the culprit, We don't know what they'll do next. So far, we know that the killer isn't Romua's king, lieutenant, or a commander, which means that it could be a hired mercenary or assassin. That could fit. But again, it being Nikke is so like intriguing because you're like, oh my god, you're stabby and like shady, but you like cover it up so well. Look at all sweet and innocent and like a failure, like you can't fight, so no one will suspect you. Like that's genius. That's so good. Oh my god, I love it. Hi, we've played this game before. Not this one, but we've played the game before where it's like, look, the cute little soft boy. Oh, yeah, he's adorable. And you're the stabbiest motherfucker here. Nice. Like, we like these little twists, right? You don't see them coming. If it's like, oh, one of these motherfuckers is a shady bastard, your money wouldn't have been on Nikke first, okay? Absolutely not. You know? But, and the cover is great. But again, how do you, as the main character, get over he murdered your father? What the fuck? You know? Like, everything else we can excuse, but that, I think I might have to draw the line there. I don't know. My lines are weird, okay? They ain't straight. They're all over the place because, like, you're my brother. Hotter. Absolutely doing that. And by that, I mean you. You murdered my dad. I don't know. Draw the line there. You're going to stab everyone else and be a shady motherfucker. Yeah, I'm into that. But not my dad. Like, draw the line. Draw the line there. I don't know. The line might be there. I just feel like that's iffy. I don't know if I like that. But Nikke actually being shady and everything and being the stabby one is kind of almost a better twist and a little more exciting and a like, ooh, it's a dark, dirty, juicy secret. I love this way than, oh, he has like a secret twin and the look-alike thing is true. It's really just, and then like, oh, I mean, okay, it's not like, oh, well, that's stupid. It's not. Because you're like, oh, that's kind of I mean, if that was the basis, like, oh my God, you have like a twin brother or like a brother that you didn't know and your whole family, dirty family secrets, like, yeah, that would be cool too. But you kind of already set us up to think that it was him. So now it feels like a downgrade to go to that route. Even though that on its own is a very intriguing story and plotline too, it's just not as good as him being shady. But him being the shady one and murdering our dad is like, too far, maybe. You know? I don't know. I'm in a very interesting place with this. I'm in the Venn diagram. I'm in the middle of like both of them would be good, and there's reasons I like and hate both of these options. Well, I don't really hate either one of them. Like, there's reasons I like the other one better, though. But if I were the Romua general, my next order would be to thin out the numbers at Nirvana. Unlike Modesto, I know that none of you would go down that easily. But it would be better to catch them as soon as we can. Speaking of which, I heard you said that the culprit looked like Nikke. Huh? Oh, yes. This is where you tell her, Nikke said he saw someone in town that looked like him, that he's a lookalike, and I didn't sense him lying. But maybe that's just because he's good at lying. I wasn't expecting that name to come up. But I do think he's suspicious. Ignis thinks he's sus. That's interesting. Lady Ignis? I mean, think about it. He doesn't ever get better at combat. Why is he here? He said something about that before. He said he's here because he didn't want to disappoint his parents. He's from a family of knights, but couldn't get a title, so that's why he's training. We're really defending him. She's like, you're defending him an awful lot. All right, I get it. Thanks for telling me. I'm sorry. I just can't. It's great you care about your friends. So you fully believe that Nikke's not the culprit? We should tell her about the lookalike and be like, well, I don't sense that he's lying about anything, and he mentioned seeing a lookalike of his own in town. Maybe that's a cover, but it didn't seem suspicious when he said it. Like, I didn't get he was covering or lying vibes. Maybe I'm too close to the scenario. Like, I feel like the answer is like, yes, I firmly believe he's out. Yep. We gotta believe our boyfriend. Yes, of course. I honestly didn't know if I fully believed it. Damn. But if I denied it right now, Nikkei would be considered a suspect. I didn't want that to happen. I'll be looking further into that boy. If there's nothing, then so be it. Yes. I'll be going back now. Come see me anytime you're free. I will. Thank you. After I said goodbye to Lady Ignis, I walked through the hallways with an empty mind. I was exhausted by the amount of information I had to process and deal with. Dad and Instructor Modesto's killer. A killer that looked like Nikkei. Hi. Ah! Oh, sorry. Did I scare you? Kind of. I was thinking about something. Sorry about that. I was just wondering what happened with Colette's birthday present. Her birthday's tomorrow, right? Yeah, about that. I asked Guido what fragrances she liked. He said she liked lavender. It's so funny because I was like, her birthday's on a Friday. Mine's on a Friday. I wonder when this is November. We're in November right now. And I was like, oh, man. Because it would have been funnier if I was like, oh my God, her birthday and my birthday are going to fall on the same days, but it's past my birthday. So, whatever. Right now I sound like this, but
When I get back and we do the next round, I'm gonna sound like this, guys. I'm very sorry. I all magically am so fucking old.
oh dear God. I feel like that every year. Like, I'm not getting any younger and I just don't understand that. That's just weird. Time is going forward and I'm getting older. I didn't agree to this. So, like, where do I reverse my subscription? Also, can I turn off my period subscription, please? We're getting closer to when my body's going to be like, fuck you, I'm turning it off automatically. But that's going to come with a host of other motherfucking problems that I want to deal with. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I already have trouble sleeping. I'm already, like, hotter than I normally am. And I don't mean like I'm hot. I mean like, why the fuck? I used to sleep with 32 blankets on and now I'm like, oh my God, my comforters are enough and sometimes I'm sweating. And like, I'm already fat. I don't need to get fatter. I already have problems trying to lose weight. I don't need it to be more difficult. What the fuck? I was going to go have an existential crisis about being old. Oh, good Lord. But I won't have my period anymore. So, I mean, there's that. Like... Like, I mean, there's one benefit in the pile of bullshit, but with my luck, it'll be like, no, now you have your period every other week because you're just going to be like fucking dumb. Fuck. Ugh. I asked Guido, okay, I already read that. But then I thought Colette might already have a lavender sachet, so... Oh, that's true. When I talked to Yuriana about it, she invited me to go gift shopping with her. I was the one that asked you how to make the sachet. I'm so sorry. Don't worry about it. Would you like to come with us? I bet we can get something nice if we buy it together. Thanks. I'd love to. We're going into town after class today. Are you free? Yeah, I can go. Great. Then let's meet at the gates at 4. All right. I think it's cute that she's not even hesitating anything around him, you know what I mean? She's like, oh, I asked you about the sachet, but I'm going with Yuriana. Sorry, I'm going to avoid you. She literally is like, I believe everything he says. She's like, maybe not fully. Maybe inside I'm questioning it, but I'm just going to choose to believe it because I don't want to deal with it. That kind of Delulu I can get behind because you're like, I have to do things. I'm just not going to worry about it tomorrow. And then before you know it, you're like, I should have done that 2 weeks ago. I hope Colette will like this. Of course she will. We looked at many stores, and after much deliberation, we picked a hand mirror and a matching comb with a flower mosaic. It stored some nice things. We should come back sometime and take another look. Yeah, we should. While we were chatting, I stopped in my tracks. What's wrong? Nothing. I was just seeing things. Did you see my look-alike again? No. Huh? What are you two talking about? She said she saw my look-alike. Oh, really? Where? Let's not talk about it. I haven't seen him since, and it might have been a mistake. Oh, it's too bad. I wanted to meet him. See, like this. He's like talking as if it's totally like, okay, you're watching a TV show or a movie, right? And this scene is happening, right? There is the way it goes down where you're like, man, oh, come on. I was really hoping to meet him. That'd be like so cool, right? I want to talk to my lookalike. And it's totally chill and like a person who actually did nothing wrong and is like, no, I totally want to meet my lookalike. That'd be so weird, right? And then there's the serial killer version where they're like, oh, that's too bad. I really wanted to meet my lookalike. Where they just say it and something about it, you're like, they totally stabbed that guy. Oh my God, it was them. How can you not tell with how creepy they said that? And they just say it and they just have a creepy, the way they say it and the look on their face is just creepy. Something about it, you're like, oh. But you can't do that when you're reading it. You don't know. I mean, the look on his face right now could be like, you're being shady. But you don't know. Which way? Are you being totally honest and innocent? Or are you a shady motherfucker who's hiding how stabby you are and you're like, you know I killed him. And you're fucking with me. Are we in a comedy or a horror right now? I don't know. You know what I mean? That's kind of fun. It makes the route way more intriguing is all I'm saying. Nikkei's expression wasn't out of place and there was no awkwardness in his voice. See? Or he's just really good. If it was him, he wouldn't bring it up in the first place. Right? No, some sadistic motherfuckers probably would. I kept telling myself that it wasn't Nikkei, but there was this lingering doubt. I was getting tired of suspecting him. There was no way Nikkei, who baked bread and made sachets, would do that. I mean, I don't know. Right now, I thought I saw one of the men from Ramua that we saw at Azul in the alley, but I had no way to confirm it. If King Sarazar and Lady Ignis were right, Ramua agents are in this town already. I hope it doesn't escalate to a war. I was sort of disappointed at myself for thinking of that immediately. Disappointed being like, please not war? No, that's exactly what you should always be thinking. There we go again. Okay, to be fair, you shouldn't always be thinking, please no, not war, because you shouldn't be in a situation where that needs to be a thought. You should never be in a situation where you were going, please God, not war. You know? But when you were in a situation where that is a thought in your head, that should be the thought in your head, not, woo, war! You shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? But like, you should never get to the point where that thought has to even cross your mind. But when you are at that point again, that's the right thought to have, not, yay, let's go murder some people. That should never be the right thought in your mind. Holy shit. That is being said by someone who is like, if I hadn't absorbed my gay twin in the womb, one of us would have been a serial killer. Absolutely, because I am awfully stabby and a very stabby thought sometimes. And even I'm like, murdering people is like wrong and you shouldn't want to do it. So like, hi. If my stabby ass can get over it, so can you motherfuckers. Why you gotta start killing people? Stupid. Guys, people are fucked, man. Can we just yeet this whole planet into the sun? We're cooked. We don't, there is no resetting. We just need to start over. The sun needs to implode and eat us all, okay? So we can just get it over with. Oh my God. There I go again. Her, me, both, same. I didn't join Nirvana to have a regular school life. No, but you, again, the mentality of the school is so fucked up. I like that she's like, I don't want to go to war. I shouldn't be thinking like that. It's like, yes, you should be thinking like this because it makes you, as the player, go, no, that's a normal thought. You should be like that. Like, yes, you were at school and there's always going to be militaries to train and everything like that. But even if you were training, and you should always be like, I hope I never have to put this to use. You know what I mean? What the fuck? I'm here to fight. But you shouldn't have to. School is crazy. What do I do? Should I report to Instructor Alias about the Romua agent I saw? Probably. But I've only seen him once, so maybe it was just someone who looked like him. Caution is better. To go and be like, look, it might be nothing, but I'd rather report it just in case. I thought I saw someone that looked like a Romua agent. He was in this alley. Right now it's too late, but at least they'll be like, okay, what did he look like? Okay, let's keep an eye out. And even if it's not the guy, it's better to be proactive about it, A look-alike. I thought of Nikkei again. I checked numerous times and told myself that it wasn't Nikkei. Eventually the doubt crept up once more. But Lady Ignis said, "Hey." I heard a voice in my head. "Wilhelm, it's been a while." "Don't give me that. What's going on here?" "What do you mean?" "Where are the wars?" Also, we are possessed by a bloodthirsty sword, so... He sounded like he could see through my train of thought, and I tensed up. "I've been waiting for one to start, but no! It's been so quiet. Stupid sword, making me stabby. What am I? Some training sword?" Not exactly, but... I'm sorry, maybe all the people that are really stabby and serial killery are possessed by some kind of, enchanted weapon like this. And they're like, I only stab people because of the, knife that, I absorbed, and it's stabby, and it tells me to... Maybe they should try this. I'm pretty sure they do try these things as defenses, but, until you can prove you have a cursed dagger inside of you, you can't, really get away with it. "So, when'll it start?" "Huh? When will the big war start?" God damn, Wilhelm, what the fuck? I don't know either. You don't know? Wasn't this place a military school? Yes. Isn't it your job to fight? It is, but I couldn't think of anything to say that would please Wilhelm. I ended up staying silent. This is so ridiculous. Just hurry up and let me fight. Period. That's all I wanted to say. Oh, he spat those words out and went quiet. But there's nothing I can do. It was my turn to want to complain. I was at Nirvana, where those who fight gathered. We all existed to fight. Again! No! I mean, this is what the school wants you to think, but no. This is like a cult that we go to. This isn't a school, it's a cult. It's very culty, if you think about it. We exist to fight. No, you don't! Holy shit! This is you're into school to, again, it's weird, but, normally you join the military, that's your career, and when you're taking a risk that you might end up doing this, but that is not your only purpose to existence! What the fuck? That's cult mentality! It's insane! Simmer down, motherfuckers! I ended up telling Instructor Alias that I saw a man who was probably a Romulus soldier in one of the town's back alleys. Good for her. The instructor took it seriously and said he'd inform Queen Kiora immediately. A war with Romua. I guess Wilhelm would be happy. But the mere thought left me feeling down. Yeah. Oh. Nikkei and Yuriana began sparring, but his weapon was knocked away in under a minute. Not you again. I'm sorry. Nikkei, I know you're a diligent student. You might even be the most hardworking in all of Nirvana. I remember everybody's voices right now. But that alone won't keep you alive in war. Well, Do I have to say it, chat? Do I gotta say it? You are very hardworking, diligent, and strong, and you still died, motherfucker. So, pot, kettle, stones in a glass house tossing? Where are we going for here? I know I'm throwing shade at him, but... Yes. What's the issue? He'll be safe behind the lines with the medics. And if he does get killed, that's on him. Okay, you know what? If Richard ends up dead and Nikke does it, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm mad about the killing my dad thing, but I might forgive it just because that'd be kind of funny. You made me laugh with the fact that you stabbed Richard. So, like, I mean, I guess I'll forgive you for the stabbing my dad thing. True, but I don't want my students to die for no reason. Okay, Richard's like, ugh. The way he poses. His poses are ridiculous. I'll do my best. I guess now's the time to mention this. Nikke, do you want to train in Digroth? Huh? It's a nation of warriors. Everyone there handles weapons from a young age. You can train at the training school with the other beginners. Be good for you. That might be true. Ignis is also concerned about you. Don't forget that. Ignis wants to... Oh, when he said, do you want to train in Digroth? I was like, this is Ignis's way of keeping her eye on him. I realized something when I heard her name. Does she want to send Nikke to Digroth to keep an eye on him? But... It's not, right? Thank you for the offer, but please give me some time to consider it. We'll finish his route before he gets that answer, obviously. Nikke picked up his sword from the ground and bowed. I mean, we have 9 chapters, right? Yeah, 9 chapters and then a final chapter. Okay. I scrolled very fast to see the title headings. Night fell and we all headed to Green Drops. We chatted casually as we walked down the street. Ow! What the... It's raining! Okay, Captain Obvious. What? It didn't look like it would. We're almost there, so let's just run. Yeah! I know I was being shady to Posh. Sorry, Posh.
Happy birthday, Colette.
Happy birthday! Maybe by the time I get back, between finishing this route and getting onto Tifalet's, my voice will be normal again. I feel like I can't do them right. Hey, you're all here.
It just started raining on our big night.
Really? Oh, well, we're not expecting anyone else to be here, so don't worry about it. Happy birthday, Colette. Happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful year ahead. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Here's a gift from all of us. Oh, you guys. Open it! We all picked it out together. Except for Lustin and Posh and Asaka. They weren't there. Oh, dear. You didn't have to. I hope you like it. Well, if you insist. Wow. What do you think? Yuriana, Nikke, and I chose it together. We thought it would suit you perfectly, Colette. You're a bunch of assholes. I hate it. I'm just kidding. Like, what the fuck? It's wonderful and so adorable. Too nice to actually use. I'm glad you like it. I hope you use it often. Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. Aside from us, Chalet, Tifalet, Salon, and Mark were there, along with Green Drops' regulars. All right, here's tonight's cake. Wow. You really went all out again this year. It's so cute. Is the violet flower real? The cake, adorned with light purple flowers atop the fresh cream, was set on the table. How adorable. Yeah, but I candied them. Imagine this old man decorating the cake with the candied flowers. It's hilarious. It's kind of sexy, actually, Lustin. I'm just saying. You're all like, boys don't want to touch flowers. Men should touch flowers more often, and men decorating cakes and it coming out this beautiful. I'm just saying. Seriously, Lustin? How do you get laid at all? I did it out of love. And that's exactly why it's sexy. It's like the Instagram post. It was so funny. It's like all these men who like failed the assignment spectacularly, whatever, but it's like a girlfriend's asking their boyfriend, and some of them could have been faked. It doesn't matter. It's funny as shit. Pick me up pads with wings, and all the men coming back with a pack of pads and a thing of wings. And they're like, pads, wings. I got you pads with wings. And it's like, That is the kind of incompetence that we live for. This is not like you ask a man to do something and he weaponizes his incompetence so that he never has to be asked to do shit again because he's a douche. This is adorable. This is like the went over your head that wings on a maxi pad and you bought maxi pads and then you brought a fucking snack too. You know? I'm sorry. That's the kind of shit we want. I mean, what the hell? That's adorable. You're like, this is cute as shit. And Lustin would be the guy, oh my god, look at you. You went actually bought... Shut up, Lustin. I love you, but shut the fuck up. Boys don't want to pick flowers. You fucking should pick flowers, and you should fucking make yourself a flower crown, put it on and prance around like a goddamn princess, and I will fall in love with you. This is why men don't know what women want, because you don't listen to us when we tell you. No, women want... No. You want tough, buff dudes. I mean, some women probably want tough, buff dudes. But you know what I mean? Like, you are all about... Like, you're the ones preening at the gym for the other bro dudes. Women are over there like, no, the dad bod's kind of hot, though. And you're like, no, that's not true. I'm not sure if you are trying to have sex with the men or if you want the women to have sex with... I'm not really sure what you're going for, bros, but... I don't know. Decorate cakes like Guido. Pick goddamn pretty flowers. Damn. Seriously, I don't think Lustin gets laid. I think it's all just a fucking ruse. He's flirty, but he just doesn't know how to do it. I love him, but we gotta train this boy. Jesus. The spread had herb roasted pork, the tavern's famous bouillabaisse, vegetable marinade, veggie marinades, and salmon and mushroom pie. Damn, Guido. For dessert, there was strawberry and almond pudding and cowberry gelato. There were so many types of dishes on the table that it was almost overflowing. Man. And that's just for your daughter. Could you imagine if he was trying to court you, what the fuck he would do for your birthday? Damn, son. We raised a toast with an elixir and enjoyed the extraordinary night. Until that moment. Oh, sorry, sir. Oh, no, sorry, it's Guido, I thought. Sorry, sir, didn't you see the sign out front? Sign? Didn't see no sign. Maybe the wind blew it away. Sorry, but this tavern's reserved tonight. What? You chase away customers in the rain? The tavern next door is open. You can head over there. Who cares? Let us have a drink here. Hey, bourbon on the rocks. Should have locked the door. Just wanna write. We're celebrating my daughter's birthday tonight. Daughter? Which one's that? Ah, her. Oh. Come over here. Entertain us, tavern woman. Guido's about to stab somebody. We don't do that here. Stay out of this, kid. Now come on over. Hey! Hey, old man! Old man, he's probably like 25. But he deserves the old man line for being creepy. Hey, creep! Would have worked better, though. Don't insult old people just because people are being creeps. It's not old people, it's creepy dude. Say, yo, creepy dude. Yuriana grabbed Colette's arm before I did. You heard him, so get lost! I know a great place where you can drink with girls. I can take you there now. I want to drink here, right here. Now come sit next to me or on my lap. Are you saying that to Chalet? Because I bet he would sit on your lap, and then you'd leave. Listen, I'd be like, guys. I know how to get him to leave. Chalet, I'm going to need you to go sit on the guy's lap. Okay. Chalet might not be gay. He might not even be bisexual, but you know he'd do it just to fuck with some people. Oh! The man tried to pull Colette's arm again. Sir, could you please not do that? Guido yanked the man's arm away. Everyone felt a bit more at ease then, believing everything would be all right. No. We thought they'd be chased out and we could get back to our party. Huh? Hey, I recognize your face. When was it again? Not recent. No, it's much longer than that. Have you been here before? Sorry, but I don't remember you. No, I wasn't here. Not here, but swear I've seen your face before.
I can't even remember my own fucking face, and these guys are gonna remember him from like 10 fucking years ago or some shit.
Ha ha! I got it. You're a chill arch of Romu, and your name's Guido.
Chiliarch? Chiliarch of Romua? Guido's from Romua? Excuse me? Maybe he defected and ran away, but it's also one of those like, ooh.
What? Oh yeah, I remember now. We were all on Romu's side back then.
Wait, what are you?
So the rumors were true. He found some infant on the battlefield and ran away. Oh!
Oh, I mean, so now we know the story with Colette. I was like, I'm wondering if it, you know what I mean, if it would tie into her story somehow, and so it does.
Is this the girl, that infant? Oh man.
Oh.
Haha, it's a dumb joke you got there. Sir, there's no way I'm from Romua. No, you definitely are. What, you got an identical twin or something?
There's a lot of that going around, so maybe.
Maybe. Just got one of those faces. Stop acting innocent, you asshole. Just remember what they used to call you.
The fact that they know his name, though, it's not even like, you're from Romeo, wasn't your name Tom or something? Because you think he'd have changed his name, but he didn't.
Guido the Hundred Slayer. You used a claymore to kill them all. I'm telling you, you got the wrong guy. No, we don't. You may not remember us, but we do.
That statement is so wrong. You might not remember us, but we do. I mean, I hope you remember you guys. You're you, and he's your friend, and you should remember each other and yourselves. You know what I mean? That's what that statement says. You might not remember us, but we remember you. That's what you mean, but that's not what you said.
We were there right next to you. There's no way we'd mistake your face. Shut up. What? You bastard! Get out. I said get out.
Old man.
They must be blind or something.
He's right. They mistook you for someone. Father? Don't listen to those fools. They were probably drunk. Everyone's like, no, we all know it's true. They knew your name. But like, fuck it. We'll just, yeah, totally. Nikkei's got a twin out there. Bet you do too. Weird. It's going around. Something on the water. We were all confused. It was a fun party just moments ago, but now we were exchanging awkward looks. Guido, you have to tell us the truth. We don't have time for that. I gotta go back to work. Were they right?
They...
Leston, you shouldn't be making assumptions. I noticed that on your right hand. You have calluses from holding a weapon.
What? When did you notice that?
I could tell you had experiences in combat from your stature and moves. Many sailors were former mercenaries, so I just assumed that you were one. Was what they said true? The tavern fell completely silent. No one spoke. We could only stare at Guido. I'm not holding it against you. I'm not exactly innocent either. But Colette... Leston turned to Colette. Father... I always knew that I wasn't your real daughter.
What? Huh?
I heard from a traveler that the color of my eyes is only found in a certain village in the east.
What?
And that both of my parents must have this specific eye color.
What?
Father, you didn't know.
You're joking. But
Guido looked like he was crying while laughing as he roughly scratched his head. Oh. Seeing Guido's reaction, we all knew that it was true, but we still refused to accept or believe it.
So it's kind of like you were fighting for Romeo, you saw the aftermath, you saw a baby, and you were like, fuck this shit, what are we doing? Her parents were probably murdered, and I could have been the one to kill them, and you just took the baby and ran, and like, that's his redemption arc, right there. Okay?
After a long silence, Colette spoke.
No. I have to go back to work. So we are like overtime by like 10 minutes almost. So I'm going to wrap it up here. We're going to cut this scene short. I know I'm going to cock block us both. We'll finish it later. So I will see you next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.